Warrior of love, do you remember who you are? Warrior of love, awaken to your true name. Set your heart on fire and let it burn. Warrior of love, we are waiting for your return. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Warrior of love, you have been hiding for too long. Step into the light where you belong. You've trained for this your whole life. Warrior of love, it's time to welcome eyes. You guys can sing this with me too. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Warrior of love, do you remember why you came? Warrior of love, awaken to your true name. Set your heart on fire and let it burn. Warrior of love, we are waiting for your return.
Turn on your cameras and spotlight people as a way of entering, honoring us here today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this song is called Warrior of Love, and that's truly what I see in each of us right now, is this call to become warriors of love. As these forces.
And that's Tatiana's speed calling us into our being of warriors of love. So welcome everyone to day 2, World Unity Week. Today is the Mission Emergence session, co-hosted by the Hague Center with me, Kara Stonehouse, and my colleague Hasina Patel. Hi, Hasina. So today's about us connecting to each other, sharing about our missions, and supporting each other in that journey. So I'd like everyone to turn on your cameras as much as you feel comfortable so we can see in the gallery group who is here, and we'll be sharing, and each person is going to have a chance to share, and we'll go into some breakout groups, and you'll have some hopefully good synergy and support that's coming through for the hour. So we have 3 of these sessions planned. So there's today, and then again on Thursday, where Hasina will be leading us more through when the mission gets tough, what's in your toolbox with her Truth Walkers journey tools. And then on the Saturday, we'll have seen the whole World Unity Week arc happening, and have that energy will be at its peak, and then we can really ground and commit to some of our missions there as well. Yeah, so let's just start off today. Basically, we're going to have 3 rounds. So the first round is going to be tuning into your why. Why is your mission important? What's the big question that holds your heart alive, that puts you on fire, and that you probably already have a mission towards it, or you're trying to figure out what your mission could be for the 99 days of peace through unity. And then the second round we'll be thinking about what's missing. So are there some perspectives missing in the group that you already have, or is there something that you're missing to take your first step or something like that? And we'll just be talking in small groups about that. And then the third round will be about what's next, what are some next steps that you can take, what are some things that will support you as you go forward. Yeah, so I think we'll just go right into it. First, I think I'd like to hear maybe if 1 or 2 people already know they have a mission. I would like to hear from you, just to kind of get us going in the plenary a little bit. If anyone wants to raise their hand already, it's a little early to share, but you can. Let's see. Yes, Susan. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, my mission, and I got on the slopes of the Sedona Mountain, is to bridge cultures, to see more and more people not as different, but from the heart. And so I've lived in Thailand and China and India. And so I think I keep accomplishing that in my own little way, heart to heart, one to one. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what these missions are for. So that's great. Good. I see Joan there with your camera on. Do you want to say something briefly like that, Joan? Welcome.
Thank you, Kara. Yeah, the intention is already there. The seeds is already there, trying to, or has already sprouted, whether from the seeds from prayers, poems, songs, you were just doing those, all of you. And so what we see is how that is going to be spread out much wider, and how we're going to take it to help cultivate the conditions that allow it to grow healthier and bloom and fruit. So this last week I was in politics and technology domains. I see the same kind of messages, patterns come through. That is about people. That is about trust. That is about emergence and agility. So this is what we see everywhere. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And I wonder if Ariana, if you'd just like to share anything to start. You have to unmute yourself. Oh, you have to hit the button, Ariana, to.
It's hard for me to talk about it right now because I was so deeply affected by that song. It's made me cry.
It's so gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. So maybe later.
Beautiful. Just bringing your emotion into the space like
Yeah.
that's perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Yeah. So let's just start. I think we're all really called here by the same vision, by the beautiful vision of peace and unity and raising consciousness and helping each heart in every way we can to be more alive, more beautiful, and to move us in this direction of peace through unity. So I just want to hold a moment where we're together, just feeling into that vision together with the energy of the song, with the energy of Ariana's touched heart and tears, and just hold it for a little moment of silence, and that will just start us off, and then we'll go into some breakout rooms. I'm just feeling that energy of World Unity Week, so warm and so full of love. So I'm just going to open the rooms now. There'll be rooms, groups of 2 or 3 people in your rooms. And a second, I'm just going to make one list. There'll be about 3 people in each room. And we're just going to start with the first question. We're going to have 12 minutes. So that's about 4 people each. So just be mindful that you don't speak for more than 4 minutes in your group. And we're just going to tackle the question of why. Why do you show up at World Unity Week? Why is there a project or mission that's important to you? What's the why that of your purpose that you're moving towards or that you want to live into more? So just hold why in the center and just share a couple minutes each, and then we'll come back to plenary for a moment and then go into groups again after that. Okay. So you might have to click a little button to say join the room. So if you're having trouble with that, we can place you into your room, so you can raise your hand, virtual or real, if your video's on, and we can help to place you into the room. Okay, so Tom, you get joining in there. Let me see. I don't know how to make them. I can't make them go in, actually. I don't see. So maybe we'll just move Ariana to room 1. If that worked, I don't know. Yes, okay, that worked. And Tom's there. Okay, good. All right, so then we're the ones streaming, Hasina, so we answer the question here. So tell me about your why of the Truth Walker, why of the I Women Rising, or tell me about your why.
Yeah, well, so it's pretty I Woman Rise because that's what I'm sort of focused on today, and that is it's because I feel that we as women have an intention and purpose that is so much that it feels like the role for us is really it's calling to us right now as women, and also that we get to step into the world in its natural flow, which is not old paradigm, and what can we offer that we already came with, that was never that we haven't stepped into, and how can we hold the space. So yeah, so I just feel like it's time, and I want to give that. So I want women to discover their gifts. Yeah.
And to be heard and received for those gifts.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and to know that they have the power to be heard and received.
Yeah. And sometimes we need a little extra support, like a little extra push, a little extra pull, a little extra hug, you know,
Exactly.
just to even to speak up in a room that's a bit loud or fast or
Yeah. Yeah.
good.
What about you, Kara?
Yeah, I'm really focusing on my Love Organized project these days. And the why of that is it comes a little bit from a pain that I see the people who are world changers, big dreamers, visionaries, and more than that, just have really been working and giving and building the new systems that we really want, the new governance, the new economics, the new technology that makes those possible. They're not thriving. They're not getting the funding. They're getting sick. They're giving everything and then having not a good retirement plan, or even hard to travel to where they want to be to do the work well. And it's just not acceptable to me. These are the most beautiful, intelligent, evolved, committed people on the world, and they are so valuable to life. They're so valuable to all of us, and we should be supporting them with fully, you know, they should be just thriving, you know, not luxury, but thriving. And so Love Organized helps to tackle the money side of unity, peace and unity, regenerative work, to say, okay, can we get out of these grant cycles and into a regenerative business asset cycles, so that, and can we make a new currency that triples 10 times the wealth, the amount of money we do have, but triples it by everyone being able to share a currency. And then you can pay people still not very much, but then they can get so much more for it because the points are tracked and shareable. And a lot of people have tried different currencies before, but I think that what's new now is the like the global need, the global drive, the tools that we have now are much more advanced and able to do so much more. I sing the song where we have the power, we have the tools, and we're ready, like, to become this Love Organized. And yeah, that's my why. So I'm really trying to live fully into this one why, this one project, even though it's a huge project. I'm making that commitment that, like, yeah, I'm singing this into being and making the connections and writing the grants and getting just trying to make it really happen, because it's just lights me up on fire, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to set the time. What, I was going to be 12 minutes. So it's probably been about 8 minutes or so, did you say?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I'll just set
The time always goes very quickly when one is in the breakout rooms.
that. I think there's only 3 in each group, so we'll give them just 5 more minutes. Do you have anything else to reflect on why, and a deeper why from your Akashic records or something like that? Or is anyone else here who wants to speak up? We are live streaming, so if you speak now, you will be
Yes.
on the live stream on Facebook, so just know that. But I see Devane and Shirish, you might be able to put your cameras on or speak if you want about your why for your projects, for your missions for World Unity Week.
And Juliet's here as
Oh,
well.
great. Yeah. Hi, Julia. We're just in breakout rooms, and we're talking about our why. When we think about our missions for the Peace Through Unity 99 days, we're just reflecting on what gives us that fire. And we are live streaming on Facebook, so you're invited to share if you feel comfortable with that. And you'd have to unmute if it would be your turn if you want.
That's a good idea. So, do we speak here or do we go to a breakout room, or is this a breakout room now?
Yeah, this is one of the rooms, but it's live streamed. So if you want to go to a room, I can send you, or you can share here. We just have 3 more minutes.
Oh, right. Has anybody else spoken?
Yeah, it would be your turn. If you don't want to go yet, that's okay. Just say pass.
Okay, no, I'll go. Yeah. I suppose yes. It's. Sorry, I hadn't thought about speaking yet. My mission really, yes, to in my own way, how do I contribute to the restoration of Mother Earth and the uniting of humanity? And for me, what was given is what I'm going to be speaking on later this evening, is this vision I was given of, through the human heart, transforming prana that we're breathing in, seeing it breathing in from the universe, transforming it within the human heart, which is a unique organ that can do this through our compassion, and then releasing it like mother's milk to all humans, to everything on the earth, to all creation. And I feel that this, yeah, through doing this and maybe spreading the word, if other people feel inclined or resonate with it and want to do it, that this is one way we can change it on an energetic level, make the changes. And this mother's milk has this etheric or this energetic frequency of mother's milk is a nourishing, and it's a bit like manna that had been sent from heaven to the Israelites, and that it feeds and nourishes, especially made for the newborn earth, the new human, that as we are awakening, Divine Mother gave me this process of her milk. So it's as its frequency and energetic, it has nothing to do with gender. It's not gender specific. It doesn't involve mammary glands. It is just the compassion of the heart. Making this process to turn it into the prana that we're receiving right now, and it's very strong from the sun, with I think with a lot of evolutionary codes, and then this helps to fuel the mother's milk that Divine Mother is giving us, this process, this gift that we can disseminate because we have a human heart, we have the compassion, and to heal it to Mother Earth. In one sense, we take it down to the Mother Earth, we put it through our own bodies so that we nurture ourselves, and then we send it out into the world in a toroidal cycle, so that it comes back and up through the earth, but always being replenished through the heart with the prana that's constantly coming in. So there's no entropy, even though it's constantly dispersing or constantly giving out the energy. It's being refueled with every breath, with the prana coming in through the heart. And the prana breathing through the heart is not the same as the respiration in your lungs, which is just about exchange of gases for the cells of your bodily cells. This is a different thing with through the heart with the prana, so that it can be transformed into the mana, into this mother's milk.
It's beautiful. I haven't heard anyone else use that analogy or that of the mother's milk, and it just kind of wakes you up and go, what? And you're like, oh yeah, there's something so beautiful about it. And it just sort of came to you through guidance through your meditations.
Yeah, with Nature Council, I was asking what is the next phase, and Divine Mother came through with this and saying, "My milk." You know, Divine Mother's milk is a nourishment like the manna in the past that can, and it doesn't accumulate, so it's a dance between particle and wave. So although it sometimes presents and looks like a snowflake, a translucent snowflake, in fact it lights up the whole noosphere, the whole biosphere. The whole earth starts to look like a shining gem from the photonic light that it produces. But it's not particle. It dissolves as soon as it lands on people or structures or the earth itself. It goes into it right away. So there's no accumulation. It doesn't land like a particle. It absorbs into back into the frequency to fit.
That's beautiful. And people will be coming back to join us now. Welcome back. Everyone's popping back in. Wonderful. Good. Would anyone like to amplify or reflect something beautiful they heard in their breakout? We'll just do like 2 or 3 of them before we go in again.
I would love Susan to share what she was sharing, is that she was thinking about if she's willing to. She may not be willing to. I'm excited about her putting the pieces together of the mission and things like that. Thinking about what she's going to do. She's still integrating, I think, the ideas.
Well, I was just saying that I've done thousands upon thousands of volunteer work, and now I feel an urge to just take care of my garage, the projects I have there, and give things away. So she was just affirming to me that self-care is also a method of peace, and affirming that things I've done in the past I could make into a donate another volunteer thing, but have a purpose where the money they can donate for my services, and that will go to. I connected with a tribal group actually in Uganda that has orphans and teaches them music. So yeah, that would be a good goal, but I really feel the urgency to do some self-care also.
Yeah, I really see that theme of the self-care as well, and when everything feels so discordant, like we really have to take care of ourselves if we're going to be able to go out there and make a difference. Yeah, good. Maybe 1 or 2 more shares like that. Feel free to unmute yourself. Okay, well, let's go into our second breakout room. So that first one was focusing on the why, and this one is more reflecting on what's missing. Is there someone's perspective missing in your team, or is there something missing that you need to make the project or your mission come more fully into life? So I'm going to open the rooms. Yes.
One quick thing as a bridge into that came out of our Ariana and Joan and I was a tipping point, and Ariana sharing about her awe. I had come in listening to her reflection on the song, which I didn't hear, but we matured a conversation. We allowed a conversation of how to let all the fireflies awaken around the world and reach this critical mass tipping point. So that's actually a perfect lead into your question.
Like the voice of nature being part of the answer, you mean? Or?
Is there anything that's not nature?
Okay, well, let's go in
Can you read
again.
the question one more time, please?
Yeah, just the question in the middle is what's missing as you go through your work right now.
Got it. Thanks.
So we just click somewhere to join. Somewhere at the bottom, a little blue square comes up. It says join a room. we'll move. Okay, there's 2. All right, there's 2 or 3 in each room, so that's looking good.
Oh, there's someone coming in. Yeah.
Okay, I can add her to room 2. Welcome,
Hi,
Cass.
Cass.
We're just going into breakout rooms, and we're talking about the missions that we want to bring forward in the world. And we talked about our why, and then now we're talking about what's missing. So if you want to start with your why, that's fine. Hi, Summer. You're on a mission, dance mission. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, would you like to stay with us, Summer, or go into room 3 with Juliet and Susan? Here you're live streamed and there you're private. So that's your
Oh,
choice.
okay. I'll stay with you.
Okay, great.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're right on time.
Good to see you, Summit.
It's good to see both of you.
Yeah, so the question in the middle right now is what's missing when it comes to your project and moving things forward. Perspectives missing or things you need that are missing. We already talked about our why. So if you want to start with your why that's driving you forward, you can start there as well.
Well, I'd love to listen a little bit before I don't know, arrive and talk. I just want to be with you. I'll listen.
Yeah, part of my why was around what was missing, right? Because it was around the, when I'm thinking about my Love Organized mission, that all these beautiful people are giving so much and not getting very good resources in return. But as I go into this practicing of how I'm leading it, it's from this, this kind of abundance mindset with energy and simplicity and like going out into the forest and just like singing and just being present and like eating the berries in my garden and like just feeling the beautiful fullness of everything and not doing a lot, like having a strategic plan but not doing it like this, just but like doing it like this somehow. And then all these different people and resources are just, and it's not just me, it's like this whole World Unity Week field. And all the pieces are just kind of arriving. It's like this, it's that yin way of organizing the project that I'm consciously working with, and it's working. And so in that way, like there's nothing missing. It's so beautiful, and even and it's based on love and it's kind of, and we're holding our space of our governance calls within love, and even if someone leaves, we just say, yeah, we love you, and you're leaving the project now because that's your alignment right now, and we love you, and we're like, oh, we kind of need more people. Shouldn't we have more people? But we're like, yeah, but it's not missing, like if people come, they come, and they leave, and so that's really takes a lot of the pressure and stress off, and it takes away the feeling of being behind or failing. Like with this way of looking at it, it's like you can't fail. And I think one of our Nadine, who's our guardian now, she's like, you can't fail at this mission. The mission is doing us, and because we're just, anyways, I'll pause there for my time.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, as long as one is in intention, like there's no such a thing as failing. You're walking forward in your mission. And like I resonate about what you said about those threads, that are like you're doing it in a very yin way, and those threads that are still coming together, different parts of it, because that's what I feel. If you'd asked me when you asked what's missing, I would have said bit of clarity, bit of trust, and maybe it's not missing, maybe it's just emerging, like allowing the next lighted step to be there, and going from there. So I can resonate with what you're saying, and I feel that way. When one starts a new project, then it feels like you're in do mode, you're in yang, and then when you just allow the possibility to flow, it's like, oh, but what am I meant to be doing? But that is the doing. The creating within is the doing, the energetics, and you're building the foundation for whatever comes next. It's hard to remember when it's one's own project, though.
Yeah, I have a mentor who holds me in that space on a weekly basis, so that's something that really supports us.
It reminds me of, I don't know where I shared this. I'm not sure I shared it with you. It's like watercolor painting. My mom once gave me a gift for my birthday, watercolor painting class. And the teacher actually said, you don't just paint the object, you paint the negative space, like you draw the negative space. And by seeing what it is not, it comes to be. And sometimes that's what it's like with a mission. Maybe there is no missing. Maybe that's just the negative space, and we see what it is.
Yeah, I do want to. I feel like what's ripe, like it's missing, but it's like it's ripe, it's coming, is the impact investors starting to see us as the systems changers as valuable. And so that's really my next, maybe I can kind of frame that as the mission, because it's something I'm like ready to do and it's big next on my plate and I want to get it done by a certain date. So maybe that could be like my 99-day mission, is I want to write that story in a really nice, concise and compelling way that says, here's a collection of systems changers who are so powerful and so thoughtful, and fund them as a whole. And I want to pull that story together and present it to different funders, and to see our collective power, and to fund the ecosystem like that. And people are starting to talk like that, and they're starting to know that's needed, but then it's like actually saying yes and actually transferring money over. That's I wonder if by the end of the 99 days we could really land our first large, I don't know if it'd be an investment or a grant, like a in this collective. Good. So I just got clear on my mission for, for 99 days. That's the point of this session. So that's good. Good. And when we get clear like that, and we'll be doing this throughout, I guess I'll do it when we're in plenary, then we can start to paste our missions into the One World platform on Mighty Network. So we'll show how to do that at the end. And maybe, are you able to talk more about the compassion games, Summer, at the end in terms of the how-to, or not so much?
again, I just feel like I was like just really listening to the space that you're providing, but I'm happy to support in any way. Clearly, I know Kara and we all hold lots of different hats in all the different sort of ways. So, yeah, one of the roles is I am co-founder of the Compassion Games. So, yeah, I'm happy to. I can't be here, I don't think every day, but I'm here in this moment. It's the first time I've been in room one. I've been in the global fire ceremony room a lot in the last couple of days. It's just been a lot in the sense of the opening of this ripe 8 days together. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, just like feeling like I'm settling into what this room one space is and what the two of you are providing right now. Um, yeah. So whatever I can do to support the space, of course.
Okay, somewhere in the
Yeah.
last, it would be in about half an hour or so when we're at the end of the session in about 20 minutes, and I'll just show on how to put your mission into one world, and then you can just say something on how to put it. Do you want like if we want to put people to put it in one world and in the Compassion Games actions, or just to be clear on that for everybody.
Yeah, no, I know there's a lot of different like ways of describing it. And I mean, take the lead on how it flows for both of you. Yeah, we have a dashboard right now, which is really exciting. So when you report your actions slash missions slash, what you're doing for World Unity Week and all the different ways, faces of the same thing, I'd really just say.
Mhm.
It's a really wonderful place to reflect and feel into what it is you're contributing right there locally, wherever you are in the world, your bioregion, and also your intention for these 99 days, you know. And thinking also, which I feel, Kara, you so beautifully think about this, is, the sense of teams, that's a sort of evolution of the Compassion Games right now, is how we are not just lifting up our own personal, mission or goals during these 99 days, but how are we also lifting each other up? Like how we can be thinking about our personal missions and how they're also lifting up Hasina's and lifting up Shonda's, and, in that sense. So that may not be super clear right now what that even looks like, but to think, to feel into how we are ultimately serving others too, in that larger container of teams. So yeah, and it's just really simple. On the Compassion Games website, and there's a dashboard, and you can report. And I know that you can access that through One World, the Mighty Network, but it is on our website, the actual reporting. I did report, by the way, and it's a lovely experience. It's a ceremony,
Oh,
to really get clear. It asks specific questions and about what it is that you're doing, what your team name is, and also how many people you served, how many volunteers, how many hours of service. So these are the kind of things that you may not know what they are, but you can discover that when you go into that space. And that immediately shows up on a dashboard, and shows up in the dashboard is a world. So you see all these dots of impact, and that immediately shows up on the dashboard, which is really exciting. Yeah. Does that make sense? CompassionGames.org is the website, and this is where, at least I've found it to be as clear as possible as you just go down our brand new website. John's been working on it for the last couple of weeks. And the dashboard is just accessible from the homepage.
Right, great. Yeah, we'll show that at the end, and we can have that recording as
Yeah.
well to re-show to people.
Yeah.
Great. We're just pulling everyone back in from the breakouts now.
Great.
Well,
Thanks for
that gave
doing
me a
this.
lot of
Mhm.
that gave me a lot of clarity. It's just what you said, the team of teams and how we support each other. Like I could think of what Shamima and I are doing for I Woman Rise, and then Kara's Love Organized, and I think about, oh, it's, kind of slots in somewhere.
Definitely. Yeah, and if we understand and share and talk to each other about what we're all doing, then those things become clear to us.
Yeah.
That's why these spaces are so wonderful to host together. Good. All right. Good. Are the spaces feeling long enough? I think, hopefully. Good. All right. Does anyone want to give a little share, a little reflection from the second conversation?
Well, I'll speak a little bit. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm still waking up and I don't want to, just babble. But I was just speaking with Ingrid about it and telling her what I would like to see a little more of, and we was entered into a pretty good conversation and we didn't finish it. So I just told her that in my mind's eye, I'd like to see more results of, uh, physically getting my hands on something. I'm an outdoorsy gardening, farming, ranching and all this stuff. So I like to put my hands on things. That's how I learn best. And we were talking about, I just got a new computer, and I'm trying to get it up and the compassion games, in the loving way part of it. I'm having trouble recognizing people when in the beginning I had no trouble. And she brought up the fact that I might need to update my phone. I'm
Great.
like,
Thanks.
before she said it, I had thought that in my mind. Maybe I need to look and see. But she gave me some good directions to go in as far as the Apple store, because I have an Apple iPhone, and maybe be able to resolve the issues and feel some gratification from that, maybe.
Yeah, even those little things, just people, friends helping friends can just get over a hump. Sometimes it gets you to the next level, then you can connect to the right person. So that's pretty cool. Tammy, do you want to say something too?
Sure. Thank you. The one thing that I keep hearing is that a lot of people that are joining don't actually know how to, like I was just talking to Ariana, and she has this beautiful peace walk, these silent peace walks that she's organizing. So how maybe we need a little tutorial through this, or maybe a reminder of who do people get a hold of so that they can schedule events and have themselves as a co-convener in the compassion games if they want to bring that forth, because that seems like there's not a lot of clarity for some of us. And so do we set up a meeting? I know John Raymer always has opportunity in his calendar. I don't know whether that's going to be the same for the next 99 days, whether there's a contact person somewhere, or whether there's different individual contacts. I would love to organize some of the peace walks, and part of the compassion games is what other communities do we want to support, just as if they were our own, right? Because it's compassion of the kindest. And so immediately I really resonated with Father Sheen, and my community did a video. I wrote a song, and then we did a video for the pollinators. I don't know if he played it yesterday, but I had to leave for an hour yesterday, so I don't know if he played his new pollinator video or not that we put together for him, but it's quite beautiful. And then I left a whole area free this year, a massive area actually in the land that I get to caretake. And I'm overwhelmed with how many natural flowers and plants are pollinators. Like, just overwhelmed when they get to come back and when the land is completely left. I'm in wild rose country in Alberta. So right now the wild roses are blooming, and it's lovely to ask for permission for one of those little heart-shaped petals to eat while I'm walking, and that feels very peaceful to me. But I also really feel very grateful about joining the peace walks around the world and setting some up for the peace of the mothers and babies of all species. And as I was saying to Adriana, it's like our food is our most intimate relationship because it becomes us. So part of these talks and these opportunities are to bring peace to our plate for these 99 days and beyond. And thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tammy. Good. So we have about 10 minutes left. So I think we'll stay in plenary rather than going into another breakout. I hope we felt like good connection and dialogue was happening in the breakouts. I certainly did, even though we stayed in the top room. And so I just want to make sure everyone knows how to log into One World. So that's the Mighty Networks where we can all connect with each other, and then how we can post our missions there. And then that helps us to all see the whole together. So that's one of the principles of distributed governance or collective intelligence is if we can all see the whole together, then we can more easily make choices that are in coherence with the whole. And I might need a little help from Summer as we go through that, because it's my first time being for sure on where to put the missions. And I'll just share my screen, and then I might ask Summer to share her screen a little bit after that as well, if she's ready. Okay. Yeah, so this is One World. So it's the Mighty Networks community. So you can find all the people here. And so the way that it works is down this side, there's different spaces within the world. So there's a World for World Unity Week, or it's a space for World Unity Week 2026 here. And then I think some of the events are even here as well as on the World Unity Week website. And when you have your mission, correct me if you're wrong, because it still says missions 2023, but I was wondering if that's also where we put our missions for now. Maybe we could just update that to not have a date on it, or make a double of it. Maybe if you know, Summer, you can let me know. And then
Yeah, do you mind? I'm gonna just intervene for a sec just to, yeah, no, so I think it would be really useful to have John come and sort of help support you in explaining this for one. So I'm always here, backup support. But I would suggest going to the Compassion Games website right now, because that's really the dashboard. Unfortunately, the dashboard is not integrated into One World right now.
Okay.
So if you go to the compassiongames.org website
Mhm.
and you just scroll down nice and slow, it brings you to a lot of places within One World.
Mhm.
But just keep going down, and I'm just gonna have you go to the place where you actually report. And that can be your missions. It can be acts of compassion, but the compassion games is in a sense being played for the 99 days. So keep going, and you're going to see a place, yeah, right there where that world is.
Okay.
And you can see right below. I'm sorry, I'm on my phone, so I can't share my screen, and I'm seeing it super small. But yeah, so right there where it says report compassion in action, underneath the world, it's a purple button. Do you see the purple button where it says report compassion in action? You would just, nope, keep going further down under the world. There's yeah, that's an example of the map, but yep, right there. So that's where you report.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and you can report, I'm hearing in the space too that people are confused, and I'm sorry to hear that. And hopefully, as we spend more time together this week, things will get more and more clear. But this is really an offering from the Compassion Games to elevate what it is that you really want to bring forward during the 99 days. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of opportunity, I think, for um, what it is you're giving to the world. And this right here immediately brings your mission, your acts of compassion into that dashboard that you see of the world. Um, and there's a lot of kind of, oh, there's just a report I just reported. Sorry, you're scrolling fast but in the dashboard it brings up like images and videos that you can put into your report immediately up onto that beautiful dashboard that is the world and reports. So it's tracking all the impact during the 99 days. Yeah, right there. Those are all the reports that are already coming in, which is pretty amazing. Um,
Mine, Summer.
yeah. So this is just a dimension of this amazing time together for the 99 days. Yeah, you can click on any of them and just sort of see into different compassionate actions that are happening at this time.
Great. So that's as
Yeah.
much as you see when you look at it. Great. And then so you can see, and then if you want to get involved with one of them, you can
Yeah,
go.
so the one world
Okay.
dot earth is really the social dimension of connecting with each other. And you can, within one world, you can communicate individually. You can gather in a lot of the different spaces. So yeah, but this website right here is really an overarching great introduction and clarity of all the different parts. And this really is coming from my beloved, so I will do my best to explain what it all is. But I think just that space right now, I think, is a really good place to get oriented in all the ways to play in one world and also report what you're doing.
Great. Yes. And then it's also within one world, there's a section, you look down here for the different spaces, and there's a compassion game space here. So that has another version of how to get some of this information.
Yes, and videos and all sorts of things to support us all. Believe me, I probably need to catch up myself. Kara, you're not alone.
Great.
Yeah.
And the link is in the chat. So anyone who wants to know about compassion gains can just go to the chat.
Great. Yes. And yeah, when you click on members here, then you can sort of start to recognize people that you saw at World Unity Week and send messages to each other and join each other's projects and that sort of thing. And there's a feed, kind of like Facebook feeds and that sort of thing. We send messages to each other. And if you want to get invited to join into One World, I think there's a join link that we can share in the chat as well that makes it easy to get there. Maybe you can find that for us, Sissy, or we'll at least post it onto the posting of this stream. Great. So I think that's good for that today. Stop the share. Yeah, so we'll just close up in the last 3 minutes. So it's just nice to have this sort of quieter, slower space to be just really together in World Unity Week. It's, for me, it's the part of the energy that I love the most, and just seeing your faces and having everyone a chance to talk to each other. So we'll continue on Thursday and Saturday with these spaces. And I think on Saturday, we can focus even more on how do we support each other's missions. I think that'll be fun as well. Yeah, so the next thing that's coming up on our World Unity Week schedule well, tomorrow at this time, it will be Hasina, but it'll be a little earlier. It'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern instead of 9:30. We're doing
9 a.m.
a.m. Yes, you want to say something about that, Hasina, about that session?
Well, that's a conversation about how to do peace differently. It's called From Sawubona to Ubuntu, which is the South African word. Sawubona is a Zulu word for I see you. Ubuntu, really coming together in humanity and community. And we actually have a man with us, Jay Naidu. It will be Anna Marie Verhoeven, founder of the Hague Center. And the man who will be with us is Jay Naidu. He was in Nelson Mandela's cabinet as we went through the transition into democracy in South Africa in 1994, and a very spiritual, heart-centered soul. And there'll be someone, Aiden, also joining us from Jay's office. And it's really a conversation about the spiritual heart-centeredness. How do we really do peace differently, and what does it mean, and how do we step forward from to really see people so that we can go into that Ubuntu space? And it will be emergent conversation. So just inviting you to join us, and we'd like to hear voices too. So
I just want to share with you what's coming up next. So when you go onto worldunityweek.org and click on schedule and all events, that's a really nice way to see everything that's happening, nice in straight, linear, readable way. And so you can see here that the next one is in half an hour. That is Ancient Patterns, Emerging Futures with Leanna Limbard. And then we have Irvin Laszlo, Nora presenting Our Sacred Quest by Irvin Laszlo, showing some videos that he's prepared for us. And Juliet is later tonight. So, and here you can see these ones going on as well for the rest of today. Good. And so with that, I just need to come to a close with big love and big energy for you to bring your mission onto the ground and to play the compassion games and do the 99 days of dancing peace through unity. So I'll ring my bell to tune us out. Thank you, and see you soon.